Aquariuses, welcome back to the channel. This is Faith, the Course Divine Faith Tarot, and this is going to be your energy reading for September 2021. Now, of course, this can resonate for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or if you are a life path number 8, since that is associated with Saturn, then this reading could be for you, okay? So, like I said, let's take a look. See, if you didn't read your weekly horoscope last week, click the description box below and it'll take you where you need to go to check that out. Or if you want to book a private reading, or if you need to ask me a question, then yeah, it'll take you where you need to go. But let's see. All right, Aquarius. Okay, immediately I'm getting something about a bus. Feels like a school bus, but it doesn't have to be. So this, well, definitely public transportation, but it could represent that some Aquariuses, maybe you have to take some type of step back in regards to your transportation, okay? Or you could be worried about that during this month. Yeah, some Aquariuses are going back to school, or you're learning something new about yourself, or you're starting over in some type of capacity when it pertains to education. Alrighty, Friday. First card out is the Page of Cups, okay? So diving back into things of the past. What does this look like? In this fish's mouth, it kind of looks like he's holding like a scroll, a message, okay? So some of you guys, you will be receiving some sort of message from somebody from the past. Heavy on the water sign. They don't have to be a water sign sun. They could be a water sign like Neptune or Moon, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, okay? I am getting something tied to cosmetic procedures, or even possibly something tied to makeup, okay? Some of you could definitely be heavily in the mirror a lot more during this month because you are doing something different when it pertains to your appearance, and you maybe keep trying to convince yourself that you like it, but a big part of you is kind of like unsure. So there's a uncertainty about you, okay? Now, also with the Page of Cups, we do have like this underdevelopment whenever it pertains to emotionally speaking, okay? Some of you may be feeling triggered by in some type of way by having to come across somebody from your past who you did not have a good experience with, whether it be family, friends, bosses, co-workers, whatever, okay? Some of you Aquariuses are like afraid of dogs, or there's like something tied to an animal that you have some type of phobia or fear because of something that may have transpired. Feels like something that happened like at a playground or something like that I'm getting. Also, some of you are definitely afraid of heights, but I don't know what that thing was called. That thing at some of you guys know what I'm talking about. That thing at the playground where it kind of looks like a merry-go-round, but it ain't necessarily a merry-go-round. I can't think of what the name of it is. But some of you may have had an accident off of that thing. You know, when somebody has to get off and then they have to spin it around really, really fast and then jump on. What is the name of that thing? I don't know. Anyway, so some of you, even since you were a kid, you definitely have scarring. So that may be why some of you guys are maybe trying to change your appearance, or you're trying to do something to your appearance. You're trying to cover up battle wounds, scars, or something like that. Okay. But anyway, we also do have the energy here of Poet. So with this Page of Cups energy here, it's very childlike. So some of you guys, this could definitely work in your favor, where it brings out that creativity of yours. Okay. Some of you were definitely very, very creative as a child. You maybe still are, but you know, life. So maybe you haven't really been as creative as you were. Some of you are kind of like wanting to go back to the past, kind of go back to how things were. Maybe you were a child, maybe you had a childhood where it was really easy. You know, so some of you guys may be wanting to go back to that because it's becoming a little bit too difficult maybe right now, you know. But again, like I said, I feel like some of you guys, you're struggling to balance yourself emotionally speaking. Okay. Anyway, now some of you, I'm getting definitely gypsy type of spirit. So some of you guys have moved around a lot, or you've been moving around a lot, maybe for like the last 3 or 7 years. Okay. Because I see like this energy where, you know, you change your mind a lot in terms of how you start to emotionally feel about a place. So you may be feeling good emotionally about a particular place, but as soon as something transpires that you don't like, those emotions change. Or as soon as something happens that, you really don't care for, or whatever, it just may be that environment is changing because different people are coming through. Now it's just like, okay, I want to move somewhere else. And the changes may not necessarily be that big. It could be a matter of, who knows, getting more restaurants or rearranging a grocery store or something. You're just like, nope, don't like it. I want to move. So some of you, there's this energy here where any good excuse for you to move, that's what you're going to go with. And some of you are kind of like there right now. Okay. Anyway, I'm getting like a younger sister. So some of you will be connecting more with a younger sibling during this time. Some Aquariuses are an only child, and now you may start to feel like, sad about that. Maybe whenever you were growing up, you're like, oh, who cares about having a sibling? But now that you're older, you're like, wow, I really wish I had a sibling, So yeah. Well, some of you, you could find a friend that kind of like gives you that feeling, but that, you're gonna have to search, But anyway, yeah, it makes sense. The children. Some of you are definitely having a hard time with a child, understanding a child. Like, you and this person just seem like it's a disconnect. But it could be that some of you guys may be having a hard time because now this child is starting to develop more characteristics like their father, who you may not necessarily be with anymore. Or there's that certain thing about them that you're just like, ugh, I wish I could get rid of that. But now it's showing up in your child, and you're trying to figure out, how do I deal with this? Okay. Again, like I said, some of you definitely want to go back to the time period whenever you wish you could be a child again. Anyway, I'm getting something tied to story time. So some Aquariuses definitely have people comment on your voice. I think I heard somebody say, an astrologer, I don't know who said it, maybe multiple people said it, about if maybe there's like moon, or there's like Cancer or Taurus or something like that, and the top of your chart, like 11th house or something, then people want to hear what you have to say. I could be wrong. I remember seeing something like that. I just don't remember who said it. I feel like more than one person said that. But anyway, so some of you guys, like I said, people may comment on your voice. So this may be something that you may be thinking about doing, podcasting. Or some of you, it could be, I said story time, so who knows, maybe reading for kids, starting a foundation for kids that revolves around reading and stuff like that, whatever, okay? Because also, I'm getting you like a very kind-hearted energy. However, you don't want the world to know it. Like some of you, like there's this energy that you're portraying to the world is very harsh in a manner, because it's like you don't necessarily want to let people into this kind-hearted energy, because you may have definitely dealt with bullying, feeling ostracized or anything like that whenever you were growing up. So you're kind of like, I don't want to go through that again. Yeah, it's understandable, with the sunflowers energy here, sunflowers just gives me a sense of like happiness. So some of you guys, you may feel like during this month that it's been a long time since you've been happy, since you were younger. Some of you maybe also be thinking about an old flame, a Leo, that you may have had a connection with. And maybe this person had kids, and maybe you grew a liking to their kids, and you want to reach out, but you feel like it's overstepping your boundaries. You feel like it's overstepping their boundaries or your boundaries, whatever. So that's a little bit complicated, because it kind of gives me a vibe where some Aquariuses want to reconnect with someone, but it's like you don't want to overstep, because you may be in a connection or they may be in a connection. It's only for a few, not everybody. Okay? But outside of that, some of you guys, you're just like, that makes sense. You're looking for this sun to be turned upright again. And it's not saying that you've been like this like dark hole. Some of you is simply you've just been existing. You haven't really been living, because of things that have transpired. Some of you will definitely be looking for a new job, maybe in a new city. It may be something, it may be a career that's tied to the planet Mars. So yeah, you're just gonna have to look that up. Or first, I don't know if modeling is Mars energy. I don't have my phone, do I? Where the hell is my phone? Oh, the phone's recording. I don't have, yeah. So anyway, I don't know if it is, since the first house is the face. So I'm assuming it could be, but I could be wrong. Maybe modeling is a Venus thing. But either way, maybe some of you guys, it could be modeling, because we do also have the number 2. But either way, we also do have, some of you have an Aquarius, some of you may have an Aquarius moon. Dang, maybe your Aquarius sun and moon. Woo. Okay. But then even outside of this, like I said, you're looking for someone. Some of you are definitely looking for somebody to come back to you, but you don't want to make the first move. You're like, no, you need to say something to me first. Okay? But I'm also getting a sense of you're looking for freedom. Some of you may feel stuck, stagnant in whatever this situation is. It could be school. Some of you guys, you may like school, but you may not necessarily like the school you go to. Okay? It also could be some of you guys may possibly be trying to get up from under your parents' roof if you're still living with them. No matter if it could be 23, 27, whatever. Some Aquariuses, without a doubt, I'm going to be honest, some of you guys will probably live with your parents a little later than others. That's kind of what I'm getting. Because there's that energy here where it's like, I'm not ready to grow up. I'm not ready to grow up. Please don't make me grow up. You know? Either way. Yeah, some of you definitely just moved to a new city, but you're already ready to go. And it's been like less than 2 years. Booyah. The devil in reverse. Yeah, trying to do the right thing. But you also may possibly feel like doing the right thing ends up even worse for you. So it's almost like, why do the right thing? Why not do the bad? Why not be bad? You know, no, but that's not who you are. You want to do the right thing. Some of you want to do the right thing during this month and tell someone that you're not interested in them, but you're kind of like, how do I say it? Because this person may be a nice guy or a nice girl. So you don't necessarily want to be the one that has to break that to them. But I'm going to be honest, some of you guys, that's just that childish part of you always thinking there has to be more. There has to be more. So this constant search for more is hindering you. Some of you will be changing your mind about how you make money. Like you're going to change careers. Some of you is going to be complete change, like 180. You know, and people are going to be like, whoa, like what the hell are you doing in that career? But it's almost like expect the unexpected. Some of you, well, without a doubt, you're Aquarius, so you're not really going to go along with the status quo. But right now, it does feel like you're going along with the status quo. Because you're still looking. You're still trying to find that thing that makes you click, and you really don't care what anybody else has to say about it. Some of you haven't crossed that threshold yet. You're trying. But this could simply just be a fact of some of you are too consumed with trying to do the right thing so that you don't have to deal with the backlash. Again, there's that obedient child. Yeah, 7 of Cups. Okay, so there's a confusion. Jack of all trades, master of none. So that makes sense. Also, there's the confusion about partnerships. This one in particular that I said. You just don't know how to break the news to them that you want to date somebody else or you want to just, you know, do something different. It doesn't have to be about dating. It can simply just be, you know what, I just want to go like see what I'm about. I want to go see what I want to do, you know, stuff like that. Some of you are also consuming yourself with too much TV, too much internet. But I feel like that is that confusing part of you where you're trying to figure out, where do I go? What am I supposed to do? Some of you guys are asking that to yourself now. What am I supposed to do? What is my niche? What is my thing? because you may see that everybody else has a thing. And even if some of you guys are in a particular career that may revolve around creativity, you still necessarily feel like it's your thing. You know, there's still that question mark that you find, that you feel floating on top of your head. Some of you will be giving up smoking or some sort of addiction that maybe you've been diving into since you were 19 or 21. Could be alcohol, vodka specifically for some. Captain Morgan is coming up. That was at tequila. Anyway, we have a Scorpio Venus coming through. So for you, see where Scorpio is in your chart, and that is how your could be how your money, because Venus is tied to wealth, so that could definitely be how your money and romantic connections will be affected. I'm not sure when Venus in Scorpio ends, but it may end when maybe the end of the year. So just look at wherever that house is at, okay? And that will let you know what you can expect, okay? Or I'm sure there's a video out there for you to watch about it. I'm getting overindulgence as well. Some of you, your overindulgence is food because stomach issues with the Cancer energy here. But also we do have isolation as well. Eight of Wands. So we have fast talkers, but we have communication. But I already talked about that before. Like, people want to hear your voice. What are the Aquarius placements? 11 and 23 degrees. Yeah, so if you have 11 degrees or 23 degrees in your chart, those are Aquarius degrees. And you can also see what planets or whatever are on those degrees. And that may give you a clue how you can make a splash or explosion to the world in some type of manner. It may not necessarily be huge. It could just be for your community or something like that. But either way, okay? So some of you guys need to take a look at that. Some of you, you may have this at your Saturn, okay? Which is fine because Saturn, and traditionally speaking, Aquarius is Saturn. But anyway, travel. I heard news travels fast, okay? Or word travels fast. Something will be getting out. Some of you Aquarius, is some type of secret that you've been holding on from getting out will be getting out during this month. Doesn't matter if it's to an audience, a platform, whatever. But this kind of gives me a vibe where, like, you need to put yourself out there more for some of you guys, or it could be for all of you. But definitely, if you're consuming yourself with too much social media, like, take a break. Go for a bike ride. I feel like some Aquarius definitely need to go for a bike ride. King of Pinnacles. Yeah, that's why I say that makes sense. Some of you guys are in a career where it's just for the money, but you may hate it, honestly. But this is you feeling like, I did the right thing because this is what my parents suggested or my mom suggested, but it's not necessarily exactly what you wanted. Some of you maybe wanted to be in marketing, maybe the telecommunications field, or with Jupiter energy here, it could be finance, Jupiter expands. So it could be travel agent, astronaut, for crying out loud, working for NASA, or some of you guys, it could even possibly be flight attendant, careers that are changing, ever changing. But some of you guys, you're stuck behind a desk, but that's not really what you want. But the question is, how do I fight this inner battle of doing the right thing and doing whatever the hell I want to do? Some of you guys, you don't have that vibrato about you yet, where it's balls to the wall and I just really don't care. Sue me. Some of you guys don't have that. And you're still trying to get there, but it takes time. Because some of you, it's possible, especially if some of you are just now starting to mature, grow up, no matter what age. So think about it, it's going to take you some time to get into that, So just be a little bit more understanding of where you're at. Because some of you guys grew up way too soon, and now you want to just be childish because you're like, ugh, I'm so tired of being the damn adult. You know, somebody take care of me for once. I get it. You know, others of you didn't really have to grow up because you were the baby in the family, or you're the only child. So it's almost just like, and you kind of like want to stay that way, but you can't, you know? Anyway, King of Pentacles in reverse. So this could definitely be a lack of money. It's like you're losing your touch, or this actually could represent you really don't have a touch in this particular arena. It's like you're forcing it so much that it's exhausting you even more. And some of you really have to think about that. The Two of Wands, you will be making a decision during this month. But honestly, the decision may be, I'm just going to keep looking. You know, it's almost just like it's on your mind, it's on your brain to make the change, but then it's almost just like, you know what? I'm just going to keep looking. Yeah, the impatience. See what I say? Some of you you're not trying, you know, not trying to be more understanding of where you're at. The impatience of it all. Also, rumors, gossip. Some of you will be having to deal with that in your workplace. Some Aquariuses, someone may possibly be accusing you of like stealing their idea or stealing something. It's unfortunate, but I am getting that. Because if you kind of think about it, with this King of Pentacles in reverse, his pentacle is falling right off of the table. This could definitely be a missed opportunity, but yeah, that makes sense. But again, I feel like it's a missed opportunity in terms of changing your career. Not necessarily changing states, but changing what you do for a living. You're too consumed with trying to look too good on paper that you just won't take a risk. Some of you need to definitely embody that Sagittarius energy and just not give a damn. Okay. Seven of Pentacles, yeah. The Devil, man, you're barely getting by. Some of you guys are barely getting by, but that could be your story right now. But this goes back to what I was talking about before. Well, with the Seven of Pentacles, of course, energy to think about it, but there's the indecisiveness as well. But also the Seven of Pentacles is energy here in terms of not committing to anything huge. I feel like for you during this month, you have commitment issues, even if the price is right. I wouldn't say that. Even if the opportunity is right, you still have commitment issues. It's too many what ifs. Okay? Some of you are battling it out. Others of you, where you may like your job, you're going to have to get out of this energy to engage in cattiness or get too wrapped up in the drama. Or you're going to have to get out of this energy here of thinking that everybody has something against you. Because I hate to break it to you, they ain't paying you no mind at all. Okay? But again, now some of you, okay, only a few, you may decide to stick to doing what is expected of you, and you may be comfortable in doing that, even though I feel like not really, but that may still be the path you decide to walk because it's easy. Ten of Cups. Spiritual connection, something that makes you happy, an emotional connection to something. Yes, some of you, this job change that you're going to do, I'm going to be honest. This job change that you're going to do, or for those of you, if you already did this job change and you took the risk, it doesn't really seem like there's a lot of money associated with it. However, the happiness is there. The growth is there. So if that is you, don't question the decision that you made. Because you did step outside the norm and you did what was right for you. That's only for a small few of you that already made this change. A lot of you are still trying to make this change. Kind of like, how am I supposed to make a living? How am I supposed to make this work? Tell you something. The shit's gonna work if it aligns with what you're supposed to do. It's almost like the doors just open up. Even if it's at the last minute and shit just gets figured out. I know that may sound cliche, but seriously, some of you, it's this simple. It's just as simple as if you're doing what's truly on your heart, what you truly want to do, you're not really going to have to worry about money as much as you think, because it's going to find you. Because guess what you're doing? You're serving a higher purpose. Some of you came over into this lifetime to be loyal to yourself, to do what you truly want to do. And some of you are failing at that right now, and others of you are trying to get there. But I feel like, I feel like that's what a big part of your purpose is, to do what you didn't have the guts to do in the past. And now that you're definitely in more of this energy of like more freedom in a way when it comes to making decisions, you don't want to blow it unless you want to come back to this damn hellhole again. But if you do, be my guest. Okay, maybe if you come back next time, you'll be maybe in a different galaxy, a different planet. You know, sounds fun. But anyway, yeah, remember I said back here, for some of you guys where you don't necessarily know how to break the news to somebody, or you kind of want to be done. I feel like that's that childish part of you, because honestly, deep down, you know that this person gives you something that you've never received from anybody else when it pertains to romantically speaking. Even for those of you that are single, I feel like the same thing applies. You're afraid of it actually being right this time. And because of that, it's like, I just want to sabotage it before it ends and my feelings are hurt. Wow. You know, that's not going to help you here. Page of Wands in reverse. What I say, don't get caught up in the bullying, in the gossip, in the drama. Some of you guys, you're inching towards that direction and it's not worth it. Even if you want to do something like this when it pertains to your career, at the end of the day, it ain't worth it. Clarify the Page of Wands in reverse. Ooh, yep. You're past this. This is not who you are. You're not with the drama. You're not with the bullshit anymore. Okay? And some of you, when it pertains to this company that you're dealing with, I feel like you are going to end up changing departments. Or like I said, eventually, for those of you that this applies to, you're going to leave. You're going to leave and not come back. King of Cups. See what I say? Some of you, without a doubt, a lot of you actually, yeah, more than a few, let's say. More than a few of you know who your soulmate is. I actually feel like you and this person may have lived together at one point. 3 of Swords, 4 of Cups. I'm just taking them the way they flipped over. See, the King of Pentacles came upright this time with the 4 of Cups. You're just complaining about anything at this point for some of you guys when it pertains to a romantic connection. What are you complaining for? It's a tragedy. Because the King of Cups came upright. There's honesty here. Slow crawl. Some of you guys, you're complaining well, somebody's moving too slow. Somebody's moving at their own pace and is pissing the other person off because like it shouldn't be taking you this long. And some of you have possibly been together with this person more than 3 years. So you're not really understanding what's the holdup. But this person doesn't operate on your time. They have their own clock. You know, this may also be somebody where, you know, their growth is different than your growth. Some of you guys are expecting this person to grow at the same exact pace as you, and that's not true. You may grow 6 steps. They may only grow 2. You can't control that. And if you don't have the patience to understand that that's who they are, leave them the hell alone and move your ass to something else. Some of you will do that because you don't have any patience. And I feel like you will actually regret it. Some of you guys are actually regretting it right now because you kind of realize, like, wow, if I probably would have just been patient, the connection really wasn't that bad. I made up an excuse because I wasn't ready to grow up, even though I was projecting on you and saying you weren't ready to grow up. It was really me. Yeah, that's what happened. But what I say, I'm on my own clock, ma'am, sir. You can't make me move when you want to move. I'm going to move when I get damn ready. And some of you can't deal with that because you're not in control you're not in the driver's seat. But I feel like if you just take a step back, I don't feel like this person's going to steer you wrong. I mean, I just don't. I don't feel like it. Okay? But even still, some of you, like I said, if you made that decision in the past to make this 180 change in your career, kudos to you. Yes, it's a very, very slow crawl, but you will get there because the King of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles came upright. So I do feel like that in time you will get there. And I'm talking about in time. It won't be this year. Probably not even next year or the year after that, to be honest. You're looking at 3 years or more. But you have the endurance to make it, you know? Anyway, so Aquariuses, this has been your reading. Okay. Oh, by the way, some of you will be getting married. I just caught that. Sorry. Yeah, I just caught that. It's a destination wedding. It's very small. Yep, there it is. Very small, very intimate, maybe just very close family and friends. I say within the next 7 to 10 weeks, no more than 6 months, there is a marriage. Okay? Anyway, so Aquariuses, this has been your reading for September. Hope it helped and see you later.